Okay, so we're going to pop in here and work on the letter A drawing. I want to go over some techniques for sketching that I think will help you out a little bit. So let's start a 2D drawing, 2D sketch, put it on the XY plane, and we're going to draw our A. Our A is going to fit inside of a box. Do we have it open someplace? I think we do here. Right? Our A is going to fit inside of a box that is something like 1 by 1.5. Okay? So let's do that. Let's just draw a box. Oh, bring this back over. Let's draw a box. Let's go to the line command. All right, we'll go this way. We'll go 1, 1.5. All right, we can go here and there to finish it. All right, and then close this so it opens easier. So then we're going to go 0.5. So it's centered in the middle here, 1/2 inch, and then each of these are 1/2 inch wide, which we can tell because this is the thickness of this. So what we're going to do is we're going to come here and we're going to go up. Actually, let's go this. Yeah, we'll come up here and we'll draw any random distance, and then we'll dimension it. So we'll go from here to that point. We'll make that 0.25, not 0.25, 0.25. Okay, and then a trick we can do is I'm going to draw this line down the middle, and we're going to end up using it as a mirror line. So keep moving here till it lights green. Once it lights green, you know you're on the midpoint of the line. So I'm going to come up here to mirror. It says select your line, then select your mirror line. And what I don't like about Inventor is it doesn't give you a good preview, but we should be okay if we're all set. Click apply. There it is. Okay, awesome. And then let's copy it. So we'll go to copy, and we'll click our line, says select. We'll select our base point, and then we're just going to drag it over here any old distance, and then we'll mirror it again. Let's dimension this. Let's dimension this first. Let's go here to there. Make it 0.25. Yeah, make it 0.25. Looks like it deleted our original. So then let's go mirror again. There you are. Mirror, select this line, mirror line, great. Click apply, say done. Okay, so we're in good shape there. So then let's draw our line up. Let's go, we know our line is 1/2 inch up. So if I look here on my drawing, from here to here is 1/2 inch. So, and then it's 0.25, and then it's another 1/2 inch. So we know we're going to do some trimming. So let's try this. Let's use the offset tool. Let's click on our line, and we'll bring it up 0.5, right? Then we'll click on this one, and we'll bring it up 0.25. Then we'll click on this one, and we'll bring it up 0.5. Okay, awesome. So then let's grab the trim tool. The trim tool, different from AutoCAD, you don't have to select all of your lines. You can kind of just start clicking and trimming, which a lot of people find easier. I know I do. So we'll click here, click there, click there. Starting to see our A. Now let's go through and delete what we don't want. Let's delete our box. Delete our box. Some of our box was parts of our A, but that's okay. We'll go back and fix all that later. Looks like we missed a trim spot. So we'll trim. Good. Now we can delete that. Delete our mirror line. Draw these lines back in. And Inventor's a big deal. You got to make sure you're constrained in place. So our object is going to be here, and it looks right. But remember, you might use it for other things later. So you might have reasons to move it, and you really want to make sure it's kind of hammered in place. So let's go back down here and put our dimensions back on. So go from this point to this point. Great. Hit enter. Let's go here. Make sure that's 1/2 inch. Great. Let's see. It says 13 dimensions needed. So I don't know. Let's put a bunch of them on here and see what we can get to start holding this thing in place. I don't know. Let's go from here to here. I've never really done it this way. Let's see how many things we can do to get this thing to hold in place and see if we can satisfy all 13 of these. Probably not, but whatever, we can give it a shot. So from there to there is 0.5. It likes that one. And go from here. Sorry, say okay. Then go from here to here. Drag that out. Say okay, we're down to 10. I don't know if we're getting all 13 in. Usually what I say is a good way to tell if you've done a good job or not is if you can grab it and see if it changes, if it pulls with you, that's a bad sign. You want to make it so any line that you drag doesn't move. So let's do some up and downs now. And you don't have to worry about, in AutoCAD, you're worried about your dimensions and how they look because you're going to see them and they're unclear. In Inventor, that's not the case. Inventor, when you're putting your dimensions on here, it's just to hold it in place. We don't care as much about what it necessarily looks like. I do think it's good practice to get them, kind of the way that you normally would. so that if you're trying to figure out what's what, you know, it's easier to do, but still, it's not like a definite. It's not like you have to. All right, so let's go. We'll drag this one out here. Come on, get down here. And then we'll do some of these dimensions. So let's grab there and there. Pull that 1/2 inch down. Then we'll grab here. I got a feeling we won't find them all, but let's see. Any other ones? I can't do this one because see, if I do this one here, it'll tell me I'm over-constraining the sketch. Maybe it won't. And it liked it. I got another one done. Well, if that one's one, then let's do this one. Oh, see, didn't like that one. That one said we were constraining the sketch. All right, so we got our overall. We've got our height. I don't know. We might not quite get them. Well, again, the best way to tell is just start grabbing lines and dragging. The one that lets you drag is the one that needs to be dimensioned. So, I don't know. None of these are really moving. I guess we're good. Oh, there it goes. So we have to dimension this thing into position. So, you know what we could do is we could make this line and this line collinear, which will hold that. So let's do that. Let's make a collinear constraint, which will take off the need for that dimension, or at least it should. Collinear, that's parallel. Collinear is here. No, that's equal. Which one's collinear again? This one right here. Collinear. Let's make this line and that line collinear. And that's got us down to 2 dimensions. Won't let us pull that way. Again, there's probably a line on here someplace that'll let me pull it, but I don't know where it is. So, once you're done with that, we're going to dimension this, and we're going to dimension it to a thickness. Yeah, I can't find it. I guess we're ready to give up. Oh, did that just move? Maybe. No, I guess... No, I don't think it did. All right. So, I don't know. It doesn't tell us. I wish it would tell you. I wish it would highlight the 2 that it wants you to get. But we're in pretty good shape. That thing really doesn't want to move now. So, down to 2 dimensions, I think we can live with that. So, let's go to Finish 2D Sketch. Also, from the drawing here, we talked about assumptions before. When an object looks like a square, and it just gives you one of the 2 sides for a dimension, the assumption is that it's square. The other thing that can happen is you can insert a symbol. So, like if I'm in AutoCAD... I might not be able to get into it. But what you can do is you can insert a symbol that's a square, which tells you that object is 0.5 square. But if it doesn't say it and there's not a second dimension, the assumption is that's square. So if you're wondering what the thickness of it is, it's that 0.5. So let's come back up to our object here. All right, we'll go to Finished. We already did Finish Sketch. Let's go to Extrude. Select our object. Make a thickness of 0.5. Say OK. Zoom out. And then we should be pretty good. We'll save this as ISO 10. We'll keep adding to our list. We should be good. If anybody has any questions, obviously come up and ask, but otherwise, good luck.